Hey, alright, we're gonna do this fast because it is so hot. I'm in Alabama. I know I don't sound like it, I'm in Alabama, but I'm in Alabama. And it's just too hot to be doing this. So I could have done it inside, but the kids are crazy, they're running around. Let's get to it. This is the HBX16889. This is Talon's car. High boxing 16,889. And it has broken a fair amount. It's because of that I can tell you where it breaks a lot. Alright. First we'll talk about the mods real quick. So these are not the wheels that come with it. These are the wheels that come with it. So you see that we have like a ½ inch, maybe a little more. So too much of a zoom there, buddy. So it's it can go through the grass and whatnot now. So it's a lot better. It's more stable. I still haven't tightened down the... Oh, I did tighten down the back shocks at least. So I haven't put oil in them or anything. I don't even know if they can, but I've been putting oil in everything now and seeing if it leaks and seeing if it helps. If it doesn't, then we just buy the shocks and do it. Sorry, RC guys. I don't know if that's cool. All right. So what else did we do? We got the 12428. The very front lights on the 12428. Pretty much, I'm building another one, and I'm not going to use the stock lights anymore. I'm going to use super bright ones. So this is not going to be for actually seeing. This is for driving in the nighttime and being able to find your car. Because we do that a lot and it drives us nuts. We can't find our car. It's not fun. Alright, what else? That's it as far as add-ons go, I guess. Alright, so first thing that broke a lot. It didn't break. So these arms are on ball joints. Arms are on ball joints. Over time, you crash, they pop off the ball joint, right? And that's kind of what we want out of these cars. We want to be able to just snap them back together. But the more you snap them, the more friction, the more they get worn down, and the weaker they are. So that ball joint eventually was just popping off, or the arm was popping off all the time. It was driving me nuts. And so what would happen on this back is when that arm would pop off, because it's happened in both the front and the back, the drive shaft would fly out because it's a dog bone that's just sitting in 2 cups, and we'd have to look for the drive shaft. First time that happened, I ordered some. China took forever. I finally got them like yesterday, but luckily like a couple hours later after we lost it, Talon found it outside. Alright, so the fix on that for me had been, you either got to deal with, okay, I'm going to break the arms if we have a bad crash, or I don't want to deal with them popping out. I don't want to deal with them popping out. So I just put washers on top of those screws that hold the arms down onto the ball joint. And now the arm can't come off, you know, it's locked down there. So if we ever get in a huge crash and it's really bad, that arm might snap, but it hasn't yet. And we've had it for a few months. So we beat on it real well. So I'm not worried about it. And that arm probably costs $1 or $2. So that's the fix on that. And like I said, we had to do it for the back as well. I don't know if I can get as tight in there. You can see them right there. Yep. You guys get the gist. If you drive them, you'll know what I'm talking about once they start breaking. The ECU parts, ESC, wasn't like glued on there real well. So that's the only other real major thing I had to do. That's not a big deal. You do have to put the wheelie bar on there. It doesn't come with the wheelie bar on there, and it's more complex than you'd think. You actually have to take those rods out on the back there to even get it on there, which is cool. I like it. It's built in. It's strong. So the newest brake, which we hadn't had this, so it's not as common, but the drive shaft in the front, they're plastic. They are not metal like the rears. So Talon, I guess, throwing down the other day, finally broke the front drive shafts. I already ordered some. But this is why we're making a short video this time, because I couldn't get any more footage because it's broken right now. Another little thing to note on is I've noticed there's a lot of this same car with a different body. Multiple brands are selling this, just like the Fouye or whatever sell the WL toys, and everyone sells these cars, you know, with under a different name, and that's cool. But this particular model, I'll pretty much say if you see it's 14th scale, or I can't remember what scale this is, but I'm pretty sure it's 14th. If you see those orange tires, just look for the Kez Racing. Chances are it's the exact same truck, and yeah, it's worth a buy. We do run a bigger battery than the stock battery normally, and it is, you know, not substantially, but noticeably faster. But I will say the only pack that seems to fit in there great are like the WL Toys square packs that come with like the 144001 and stuff, not the rounded ones. Even this guy's too big, so you really want like a something compact. You know, it's comparable in there because there's no space. The servo is right there, and that's the end of the body. Another thing to talk about is, say you're looking at Chinese cars, and you know everyone's into the A959, A979 because they're insanely fast. This one is probably a better buy, even though it's slower by a little bit. It's probably a better buy because it comes bigger. It's got bigger wheels. You can drive it in the grass. It's also a lot lighter. So that motor looks like it's the right size for this car, but the WL Toys, the motor on the WL Toys A959s is that big. It's a 540 or a 550, I can't remember. Now, mod-wise, the A959s and all that stuff are going to be better. But out of the box, if you're going to buy your kid a car and you wanted to get a smaller car, a starter car, this is a better buy than the A959s. So that's kind of it. Yeah, that's it. That's the next project. This is the next video, host of 9125. And we're going to work on that 144001 soon. We got a few, added more wheels to that. I got a few more little projects. So just tune in, subscribe, like, all that stuff. I'm not good at this yet, guys, so if you can help me out, it should be better eventually. Talon's car, totally worth it. I think it's around 80 bucks. HBX16889. All right.